Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Emma Stein with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. Book banning is spreading. From Metro Detroit to Texas, battles over books are on the rise, and some experts say it's part of a coordinated attack. The voices of a small minority are driving the country's most significant book banning movement since the 1980s. Jonathan Friedman, director of free expression at PEN America, said the movement is tied to the political climate and other education debates, including the 1619 Project and critical race theory. Over 40% of books banned in the U.S. focus on LGBTQ+ characters. At a Dearborn School Board meeting on October 10th, hundreds of anti-book protesters showed up and shut down the meeting. Some were carrying homophobic signs. Friedman said, quote, "We're seeing many LGBTQ youth who are looking for a lifeline in schools, who come from unsafe homes, and for whom books can be something that saves their lives."
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Dana Afana, your City Hall reporter. After an overwhelming amount of backlash and opposition, support from community members and public officials, months worth of discussions, a series of postponements, a change in funding sources, and a final push from the police chief, Detroit City Council finally voted and approved a $7 million expansion of ShotSpotter, a controversial gunshot prevention technology that uses audio surveillance to notify police of gun crime. In a 5-4 vote, council members passed a new resolution to expand ShotSpotter across an additional 28 square miles in Detroit. The initial plan called for using federal COVID-19 relief dollars, but community members packed the council chamber each week, urging officials to vote no. The administration later proposed using the police budget, leading council members to approve the contract for the technology that they, among others, believe will improve Detroit's public safety.
This is J.C. Reindl with the Detroit Free Press. Do you have a Corewell doctor? Well, you may now. The newly merged Beaumont-Spectrum health system has announced its permanent new name, Corewell Health. The rebrand applies to all 22 hospitals and will be phased in over 2 years. Beaumont Hospital Royal Oak becomes the Corewell Health William Beaumont University Hospital. Up until now, the system was calling itself the BHSH system. The Corewell name was developed over 9 months by a hospital system team with help from an outside consulting firm known as Profit. Beaumont-Spectrum completed their merger in February and have about a 25% share of the Michigan hospital market.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, checking in on the Michigan State Spartans. Some interesting comments from out of East Lansing on Tuesday. MSU quarterback Payton Thorne addressed the media and shared that his body hasn't felt 100% most of this season. Now, if you remember, Thorne was momentarily knocked out of the first 2 games of the season on QB scrambles. Those were relatively easy wins for the Spartans, and they haven't won since. Now, this isn't to pin Michigan State's struggles on Payton Thorne's health. After all, he doesn't play defense or offensive line. But Thorne was pulled in the fourth quarter of last week's blowout loss to Ohio State. Thorne ran for over 330 yards last year. This season, he's only at 22 yards through 6 games. We'll see how Thorne looks and feels on Saturday when MSU hosts Wisconsin at 4 p.m. on Fox.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. I'll see you tomorrow.